Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Sholihah from Academic Speaking Class 2020C. In this occasion, I would like to present my international journal analysis with the title is An Exploration into the Impact of WebQuest-Based Classroom on EFL Learners' Critical Thinking and Academic Writing Skills, a mixed method study written by Saman Ebadi and Masoud Rahimi. So, let's start from the introduction part first. One of the most important goals in education is to create a student-centered learning environment. In a student-centered learning environment, knowledge is considered as a tool, which means that students' critical thinking and writing competence are involved. However, educators and teachers are not sufficiently prepared to design and implement student-centered learning environment. So the researchers here suggest that online applications such as WebQuest can overcome this problem by providing an active and student-centered learning environment. In this journal, there are two research questions. The first one is, compared to face-to-face classroom, how effective is WebQuest-based classroom in developing EFL learners' critical thinking and academic writing skills? And the second one is, what are EFL learners' attitudes and perception towards the impact of WebQuest-based classroom on critical thinking and academic writing skills? Next is the literature review part. There are several literature. The first one is from Dodge in 1998. WebQuest provide inquiry-oriented activities, rely on web-based research, requires their learners to participate in group activities, and develop higher order thinking skills by providing the learners opportunities to reflect on the inquiry process and their individual results. And there Peze and Boyd in 2007, which state that WebQuest provide different activities for in-depth study content and facilitate critical and complex thinking skills through evaluating web resources to determine the authenticity of information and critique different texts. And the last is from Termsin Sawadi in 2009. Learners' writing skills significantly and positively improve after using WebQuest. Now we move into the research methodology. The design of this research is using a mixed method study, which is quantitative and qualitative study. And the participants is 2 intake classes at a private language institute in Sanandaj, Iran. For the instrument, the researchers here use the California Critical Thinking Skill Test or CCTST Form B, IELTS Academic Writing Test 1 and Test 2, and then semi-structured interview. For the procedures, the first one, the researchers is conducting a pretest. The pretest is CCTST Form B to assess the participant critical thinking skills, and the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2 to assessing the participants' academic writing skills. The researchers here dividing the class into 2 groups, which is the experimental group and the control group. For the experimental group, the researchers create a WebQuest to develop the learners' critical thinking and academic writing skills. And for the control group, the traditional face-to-face instruction was conducted to develop the learners' critical thinking skills and writing skills. And both of the groups were decided to provide input, elicit interaction, and produce output. In both groups, the learners were encouraged to analyze their accomplished writing task by breaking down the content and recombining the information in different ways. And the learners were stimulated to judge, evaluate, and justify the word credibility and the strength of their reasoning of their writing, and provide the resources, provide an opinion to their writing task. The webcast-based classroom took 14 sessions, and the face-to-face classroom took 28 sessions. And at the end, there were a post-test. The post-test is actually still the same with the pre-test, which is CCTST and IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2. And then there is a semi-structured interview to check the participant perception towards the WebQuest-based classroom in developing their critical thinking and writing skills. For the data analysis, in the quantitative analysis, the researchers use MANOVA and MANCOVA, and for the qualitative analysis, the researchers use transcript interview and the researchers' journal for thematic analysis. And now for the result and discussion. For the first research question, which is compared to face-to-face classroom, how effective is webcast-based classroom in developing AFL learners' critical thinking and academic writing skills? So, the table here shows that the quantitative findings of this study indicate that webcast-based classroom was more effective and efficient than the face-to-face classroom in developing the learners' academic writing skills, both in short and long term. The finding of this study is regarded are in the agreement with those of Term-Sin Ebadi in 2009, who argued that the learners' writing skills in WebQuest-based instruction class significantly and positively improved and outperformed those in the traditional instruction class. I'm sorry. And now for the second research question, which is what are AFL learners' attitudes and perception towards the impact of webquest-based classroom on critical thinking and academic writing skills? So the qualitative finding in the study indicate that AFL learners had positive perception towards the impact of webquest-based classroom on their critical thinking and academic writing skills. And the learner satisfaction and positive perspective in the WebQuest classroom might be mainly due to the student-centered feature on WebQuest-based classroom. Now for the conclusion. So based, I'm sorry. So based on this journal, conducting a WebQuest-based classroom contribute to AFL teachers to develop AFL learners' critical thinking and academic writing skill more effectively and efficient both in the short and long term. And for the recommendation, the first one, it is recommended that this study be replicated while recruiting AFL learners more with moderate or high critical thinking skills to see if the same instructional procedures could enhance their critical thinking skills. And further research could be carried out on different language skills along with critical thinking skills, particularly reading comprehension, in which the effect of WebQuest on schematic and systemic knowledge of the learners could be explored. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, please write it on the comment box. The comment. Thank you.